Hi friends, Siddharth again. When you come on job seekers visa to Germany, a very obvious question in your mind would be what all paper documents or certificates I should carry to Germany in original. In this video, I'll share my experience on this topic. So friends, when I came to Germany on job seekers visa, I brought a bunch of documents, paper original documents along with me, but later I realized that those documents were literally not required in Germany, because at the time of your job seekers visa interview only you already have given those documents and they have been already proofed or certified or tested, and you really don't require many documents in Germany, at least from your home country. So documents like Aadhaar card, your PAN card, your voter card are of no use at all, absolutely no use at all in Germany. You may still want to have a copy of them, a digital copy of them, because for example, I required that Aadhaar card only last year when I was flying back to India, and it was required to be uploaded in Air Suvidha form. So for such things related with India or your home country identity cards or identity proofs may be required. Otherwise, for your career related journey, these documents are of no use. So friends, a very strange thing here is German authorities, let's say Ausländerbehörde or maybe your interviewer panel, HR department, these guys normally don't accept laminated documents. Laminated means in India or most likely in your home country, we used to laminate those paper documents in polythene and get it heat laminated. This lamination thing is not accepted here. So in case if you have not yet laminated your documents, I strongly recommend please don't do it anymore. So the better option is please buy a good quality plastic album, especially for documents, and put your documents inside this album only. This is much better option because with this album itself, it's more or less weatherproof, and you can always take out the document as and when required and show the original to the person if he or she requires it. So please avoid laminating your documents. That was point number 1. Now second point, as per my experience is friends, when you come in aircraft, in aeroplane, you have choice of keeping your luggage whether in a cabin or in the check-in. I strongly recommend friends, these documents are very critical, at least in your home country. So please keep them always along with you. I strongly recommend bring your documents along with in the cabin baggage, and make sure that you have physical access to your documents at all the times. Don't keep them away, don't lose them at all. You don't want to fall into such problems just in case if they are lost or they are not traceable. That could bring ugly time to your journey to your career search. So please carry your documents along with you in cabin baggage. Now the third pro tip from my side is friends, it happened with me. What happens when you finally get a job contract, you have to report to Ausländerbehörde, that is the foreigner's office, and apply for a work permit. That is conversion of your job seekers visa to a work permit. It could be blue card, it could be regular work permit or anything. Now what happens friends, here depending on your salary, the brutto salary that you have been offered, there are two ways. If your salary is less than some 58,000 or something euros per annum, in that case your documents will go through ZAB. ZAB is Zentrale Stelle für Ausländerbehörde, something like that. It is very complex word, but the concept is those guys will check your documents, your profession, your experience, many things they will be checking in case if your salary is less than 58,000. So what happens with me, it so happened that my first salary was somewhere close to 53,000 and my documents were required to be checked through ZAB. And for this process, only for this ZAB process, the clerk at the Ausländerbehörde, now I am telling the clerk at the Ausländerbehörde, not the Ausländerbehörde officer, but the clerk told me verbally that you may be required to go through ZAB proofing, that is ZAB verification of documents, and the equivalence certificate from ZAB may be required. And in case if you finally land into such trouble times wherein you have to get the paid certificate of equivalence from ZAB, in that case you will be required to get your documents attested or notarized. Now notarized means we can find it easily in any court in India. For example, any advocates outside courts, they do notarization. So the conclusion is, especially for your degrees, for your graduation degrees and your post-graduation degrees, I personally recommend, friends, please make a copy on a paper, photocopy, and get it notarized. Now notarized will cost you some 100 rupees INR, I believe, in India. It won't be very costly, but in case if such notarization thing is required here in Germany, I am really not sure, but it will be definitely more than 5 to 10 times of the cost what we pay in India. It's a very circumstantial requirement. It may or may not be required. Well, for me it was not required, but was verbally told to me. But then I learnt a lesson that it is always better to get at least your mark sheet, your degree of graduation, and in case post-graduation degree notarized in India or your home country well in advance. So that was point number 3. Okay, so now moving back to the theme of the video, what documents are required and what documents are literally not required. So the documents which are not required are your PAN card, your voter card, your Aadhaar card. These are, you may keep a copy of them, but it is literally nowhere required anywhere in Germany. Passport, visa, obviously without this you cannot come, so it is a mandatory thing, you have to bring them. Bring a bunch of maybe 15 to 20 pieces of your biometric photos as well. These biometric photos should preferably be the same what you have applied during your job seekers visa interview. Make some copies of them and bring it along with you. Now coming over to the documents part. So the first most important document that you should bring is your 10th and 12th mark sheets. Now these mark sheets could be from your school or from your college, wherever you did your 10th and 12th, and also you should bring your school transfer certificate. So once again, friend, I would like to remind you, please don't get these documents laminated. Instead, bring them in a paper album. Point number 2 is your graduation or post-graduation degrees and mark sheets. So for example, I did my engineering and I brought all my 4 mark sheets along with me, as well as the degree. So these 2 sets of documents, mark sheet plus degree, is required for every graduation. Let's say if you have done your graduation as well as post-graduation, then you will be required to bring mark sheets of graduation plus degree and mark sheets of post-graduation plus degree. So it's always better to bring them with you. Point number 4. Point number 4 is Anabin certificate. Now I have made a dedicated video on Anabin. Please have a look at it. Please, of course, it is a PDF file that you can just take a print of it, but it is always suggested to bring a printout of this along with you, because as I said, there are 2 instances wherein your documents may be required to be checked. That is, one at Ausländerbehörde and second at your HR or manager, wherever you are doing your interview. At that time, you may show these paper documents in front of them. Number 5, your college passing certificate. Some colleges, when you withdraw your degrees and you get your mark sheets and everything, they also give you a college passing certificate. If that's available, please bring it with you. Number 6 is your German proficiency certificate. Just in case if you have done any type of German proficiency course, need not be only from Goethe, it could be from any private institute as well. And in case if you have received any certificate or something, please bring along with you. It's always good. Number 7, it's an obvious thing, passport and visa. So always carry your passport and visa along with you. Also, when you go to your Ausländerbehörde interview or to an interview in a company, please carry passport and visa along with you. Now number 8 is birth certificate. Carry your birth certificate along with you if you have one, or in case if you don't have one, please carry any other document that proves your birth certificate. It could be your 10th or 12th mark sheet as well. So that is also required. Point number 9 is your companies, your previous company's appointment letters or your previous company's resignation letter. Could be a pair of pay slips as well from your previous company. Any document which proves your experience in your previous companies. In case if any such document is there, it builds a strong ground for your job interviews. Now number 10 is your certifications. So in case if you are in IT, you probably must be knowing there are hundreds or thousands of international certifications. In case if you have done any such certification, please bring a paper certificate which must be an original. Of course, You get a PDF copy, you can take a printout of it, but a hard paper certificate, which is an original document, makes an impact for your job interviews. Point number 10 plus 1, that is 11. So 11th point is about the NGO activities or any volunteership activities that you may or may not have done in your home country. Now it is not absolutely applicable, but see what happens in most of the German companies, there is a culture of work-life balance, and of course for work is okay, but for life it is always appreciable when they understand that you are active in your social life as well. So for example, I used to donate blood every year. So there used to be a blood donation camp, and I used to do it every year, and I brought with me 3 original certificates, which was, telling you frankly, highly appreciated during my interview. Of course I did not got that job, that is a different thing, but those guys really appreciated this act. So in case if you are engaged in any such volunteering activities and you have any document or certification for that, consider bringing it along with you. Point number 10 plus 2, that is 12th. So this again is a optional point. In case if you have any hobbies or you have won any awards in, let's say, swimming competitions or in sports, or for example table tennis or camera photography or something like that, if you have received any rewards or any awards, so it's always a good point to mention also in a resume, as well as bring that document along with you, which shows your extracurricular activities. As again, this is an optional point. In case if it is not applicable, then obviously you need not bring them. So this was the list of documents, friends, that I brought myself from my side. There is again a couple of points that I would like to mention here. The first point is, for marriage related documents, let's say marriage certificate or something, in case if you are married, you really don't need to bring original marriage certificate along with you. In fact, very soon it will happen, like once you come on job seekers visa, very soon you will get a job, and after 6 or 8 months you will consider bringing your family along with you. At that point of time, that marriage certificate will be required by your spouse. So please don't bring marriage certificate, it is really not required. And for family reunion visa, again I have made a dedicated video based on my own experience. Please have a look at FRV video also. Another pro tip from my side, friends, for your family related documents, let's say if you are married, then for your spouse or for your kids, you really don't require to bring any original paper document for any of your family members. Please keep those documents at your house in your home country only, because again for FRV, that is family reunion visa, those documents may be required there. So friends, that was a lot from my side. There is one more pro tip from my side. Whatever documents I have mentioned or whatever documents you have, please make a clear scan copy, preferably a PDF copy of those documents, and put them in a cloud. Let's say your Google Drive or your iCloud Drive or somewhere where it is secure, and at any point of time you require, you can straight away open up in your mobile phone as well. This comes as a handy solution, because you cannot carry these paper documents at all the times. So friends, this was all from my sides. I have shared my own personal experiences. If you want to add something, and if you want to ask me anything, please feel free to post them on YouTube comments section. Till next time, see you and bye bye.